Okay, so picture this. You're at a coffee shop, someone says, "Hi, how are you?" And you say, "I'm fine, thank you." And then awkward silence. You both just stand there like two statues. Has this ever happened to you? Because honestly, it happens to almost everyone learning English. But what if I told you that keeping a conversation going is actually super easy once you know just a few simple tricks? Stay with us because today we're going to turn you into a conversation master.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to our videos. You're listening to Mr. Englishman. I'm Max, and with me here is the always amazing Lily.
Thank you, Max. And today we are tackling one of the biggest problems English learners face: how to keep a conversation going. You know, that moment when you don't know what to say next and everything just stops.
Exactly. And by the end of this episode, you're going to feel so much more confident. You'll have simple phrases, easy questions, and natural tricks to keep any conversation alive. Whether you're talking to a stranger, a friend, or even your boss, you'll never run out of things to say again.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive in.
All right, Lily, let's start with the big question. Why do conversations die?
Great question. Usually it's because we give very short answers. For example, someone asks, "How was your weekend?" And we just say, "Good." That's it. One word. And then silence.
Yep, the dreaded silence. It's like throwing a ball to someone and they catch it but never throw it back. The conversation just stops.
Exactly. So the first rule for keeping a conversation going is this: don't just answer, add something extra. Give a little more information.
Let me give you an example. If someone asks, "How was your weekend?" Instead of saying good, you can say, "It was good. I watched a new movie with my family." See? Now the other person has something to talk about.
Yes, they can ask, "Oh, what movie?" Or, "Do you watch movies often?" You've given them something to work with.
So remember, answer plus one. Answer the question, then add one more piece of information. Easy, right?
Super easy. And you know what? Let's practice this right now. Imagine someone asks you, "What did you do yesterday?" Don't just say, "Nothing," or "I studied." Add something. Say it out loud. Try it.
Go ahead, pause the video if you need to. We'll wait.
Okay, welcome back. Here's what you could say: "I studied English and I also watched a YouTube video about conversations." See? Answer plus one.
Perfect. Now let's move to the next step.
All right, so we've learned to give longer answers, but Max, what if you are the one asking questions? How do you keep things going?
Great point. The second rule is ask follow-up questions. This means you don't just ask one question and stop. You keep asking based on what the person says.
For example, if someone says, "I went to the beach this weekend," don't just say, "Cool," and move on. Ask more. You can say, "Oh, which beach?" Or, "Did you swim?" Or, "Was it crowded?"
Exactly. Follow-up questions show you're interested, and people love talking about themselves, so give them a chance.
Here's a simple formula. Listen to their answer, pick one detail, and ask about it.
Let me show you. If someone says, "I love cooking," you can ask, "What's your favorite thing to cook?" Or, "Do you cook every day?" Or even, "Where did you learn to cook?"
See how easy that is? You're not inventing new topics. You're just digging deeper into what they already said.
And here's a bonus tip. Use open questions, not closed questions. Closed questions are yes or no answers, like, "Do you like pizza?" The person can just say yes, and that's it.
But open questions make people talk more. Like, "What kind of pizza do you like?" Or, "When did you last eat pizza?" These need real answers, not just yes or no.
Let's practice. I'll say something, and you ask a follow-up question. Ready?
Ready.
I went hiking last weekend.
Oh, where did you go hiking?
Perfect. See? It's that simple. Now you try at home. Think of a sentence someone might say and practice asking a follow-up question. Do it out loud.
Okay, hold on, before we continue, I need to tell you something. Most learners make one huge mistake when they try to keep conversations going. Do you know what it is?
Ooh, this is important. Stay with us because if you're making this mistake, your conversations will always feel awkward.
Don't worry, we'll explain it right now.
All right, here's the mistake. Asking too many questions in a row. It starts to feel like an interview, not a conversation.
Yes! Imagine this. What do you do? Where are you from? Do you like it here? What's your favorite food? It's like being questioned by the police.
Exactly. Conversations should feel natural, like a ping pong game. You ask, they answer, you share something, they ask you, and so on.
So here's the fix. After you ask a question and they answer, share something about yourself too. This is called balancing the conversation.
Let me show you. If someone says, I'm from Japan, don't immediately ask, how long have you been here? Instead, say something like, oh, cool, I've always wanted to visit Japan. I love Japanese food. Then they can respond to that.
Right. You're giving them a chance to ask you something or to keep talking about Japan. It feels more natural.
So the rule is ask, listen, share, repeat. Don't just fire questions like a machine gun.
I love that image. Okay, so let's practice balancing. I'll start a conversation and Max will show you how to balance it.
Let's do it.
I really love painting in my free time.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm terrible at painting, but I love looking at art. What do you usually paint?
Perfect. See how Max asked a question, but he also shared something about himself first. It feels friendly, not like an interrogation.
Your turn. If someone says, I love cooking, how would you respond? Think about it. Answer, then ask a follow-up question.
Try it out loud.
All right, now let's talk about some magic phrases. These are super useful when you don't know what to say next, but you want to keep the conversation alive.
Ooh, I love these. They're like little lifesavers.
First one, tell me more about that. This works anytime. If someone mentions something interesting, just say, oh, tell me more about that, and they'll keep talking.
So easy. Another one, that sounds interesting, or that sounds fun. These show you're engaged, and the person will usually explain more.
Here's another good one. How did that happen? Or why did you decide to do that? These are perfect when someone tells you a story.
Yes, and if you didn't quite understand something, you can say, wait, what do you mean? Or can you explain that? It's totally okay to ask for clarification. Native speakers do this all the time.
Absolutely. And here's a really natural phrase. Oh, I know what you mean. Or same here. These create connection. They show you relate to what the person is saying.
For example, if someone says, I hate waking up early, you can say, oh, same here. I'm definitely not a morning person. And then you're both bonding over that.
Exactly. Shared experiences make conversations flow so much better.
All right, let's practice these phrases. Repeat after Max. Tell me more about that. Go ahead, say it out loud.
Tell me more about that.
One more. That sounds interesting.
Great. Now you've got these phrases in your back pocket. Use them whenever you need to keep things going.
Okay, it's time for some real practice. We're going to do a mini role play, and we want you to participate.
Here's the situation. You're at a cafe and you meet someone new. They say, hi, I'm Sarah. I just moved here from Canada.
What do you say next? Think about everything we've learned. Give a response, ask a question, maybe share something about yourself.
Pause the video and say your answer out loud. We'll wait.
Okay, welcome back. Here's what you could say. Oh, nice to meet you, Sarah. Then add your name, and how do you like it here so far?
Perfect. And if she says, it's good, but I'm still getting used to it, what would you say next?
You could say, yeah, moving to a new place can be tough. Where in Canada are you from? See, you're balancing and asking a follow-up question.
And if she says, I'm from Toronto, you could say, oh, cool. I've heard Toronto is beautiful. I've always wanted to visit. Now the conversation is flowing naturally.
Let's do one more. Imagine someone says, I work as a teacher.
What's your response? Remember, answer or react, then ask a follow-up question. Try it.
Great job. You could say, oh, that's great. What do you teach? Or, that must be rewarding. How long have you been teaching?
You're getting really good at this.
All right, we've covered so much today. Let's quickly recap the most important points.
Number 1, don't give one-word answers. Always add a little extra information. Answer plus 1.
Number 2, ask follow-up questions. Listen to what people say and ask more about it. Use open questions, not just yes or no questions.
Number 3, don't ask too many questions in a row. Balance the conversation by sharing things about yourself, too.
Number 4, use magic phrases like, tell me more about that, that sounds interesting, and same here to keep things flowing.
Number 5, practice. The more you have conversations, the easier it gets. Don't be afraid to make mistakes.
And remember, conversations are supposed to be fun. They're not tests. Just relax, be yourself, and show genuine interest in the other person.
If you do these 5 things, you'll never have an awkward silence again.
Oh, and before we finish, stay till the end because we have one bonus tip that will make you sound supernatural in any conversation.
All right, here's the bonus tip. Use filler phrases to give yourself time to think.
What are filler phrases?
They're little expressions that native speakers use when they need a second to think. Things like, well, let me think. That's a good question. Or, you know what?
Oh, I use these all the time. They make you sound more natural and less robotic. Instead of just freezing when you don't know what to say, you can say, let me think about that, and then continue.
Exactly. It gives your brain a moment to catch up, and it sounds totally normal.
So add these to your conversations and you'll sound even more fluent.
All right, everyone, that's it for today. You now have all the tools you need to keep any conversation going.
Remember, the key is practice. Start using these techniques today. Try them with friends, with strangers, even with yourself in the mirror.
And don't worry about being perfect. Conversations are about connection, not perfection. Just be curious, be kind, and be yourself.
We'd love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, which phrase are you going to use first? Tell me more about that. Same here? Let us know.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps us so much, and it means we can keep making these lessons for you.
Next time, we're going to show you how to end a conversation politely without being awkward. Because yes, knowing when and how to say goodbye is just as important.
So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.
Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep those conversations going.
Thanks for listening to Mr. Englishman. I'm Max.
And I'm Lily. See you next time.
Bye.